Jets have traded starting quarterback Sam Darnold.
And I think the fact of the matter is the Jets looked at Zach Wilson's workout at BYU and said, how can we not take this quarterback with this upside?
Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Jets Banter. This is Frankie Gons. Of course, we got Chesko here. Chesko, how we doing?
Good. A lot of news in Jets world, I'll tell you that.
Ton of news in Jets world. The first and most important news, we'll get right into it this episode. Sam Darnold, gone, traded.
Gone. Poor guy, never had a chance here. Now he's got a fresh start. Carolina. Jets got a good haul for him. A second and fourth in 2022 and a sixth rounder this year. Love what Joe Douglas is doing. Wait for the right deal to come to the table, and this was definitely the right deal for the Jets.
They're just taking a step back. Crazy haul from Douglas. Guy's a beauty for getting that. Unbelievable.
Love it.
I'm stunned.
You know what I love about it? We have so many draft picks this year. He's already looking at 2022. A second and fourth next year. That plays. That really plays. And Warren Sharp tweeted that the haul that he got is an equivalent to a 7th overall pick next year, or possibly 16th if Carolina doesn't finish with a top 10 or worse pick, which is great, which, you take that every time. I mean, Douglas is just doing all the right things for the Jets. 2 firsts this year, 2 seconds next year. What's better than that? And we have 2 firsts next year also. Like, we are set up to build this team the right way.
They're set up for it, and Douglas just has to hit on them now. That's the main thing. Douglas has to hit on these draft picks. It's awesome to get all this capital. I love what they're doing, but at the end of the day, you got to hit on the picks.
And I trust him. I
do. We have no reason not to.
Just seeing what he's done in free agency alone, I'm encouraged by what he's doing. I mean, do I wish he signed a corner or two or another offensive lineman or two that could play? Sure. But I think he's going to try to address that in the draft, and I think that's the right move.
No, absolutely. And we're going to get into that in the second half of this episode. But, I mean, listen, man, for me, we all knew this Darnold trade was coming. I didn't think we were going to get a second rounder for him, especially with everything that happened. I just didn't really think that there were many teams out there. I think Carolina was the only team ready or available to trade for a quarterback.
That San Fran trade, I think, really shook things up around the league.
Oh, and then the whole Watson stuff, everything going on there, just dried everything.
By Watson having the whole scandal he's had, the Panthers' only option was to get Darnold at that point, unless they'd move up to number 4 spot. Tick was there,
and that's why I'm shocked that Douglas was able to get a second round pick. I love it, but just going back, as a Jet fan, we all knew this trade was happening. We all knew he was going. It's the best thing for the Jets. It's the best thing for Darnold, and I'm happy for him. But at the same time, I was actually sad when the trade went through. I was genuinely sad.
Part of me was sad and happy. Because I'm sad because I really like Darnold, and I think he could have been really good here. We just never gave him a chance.
We never gave him a chance, but at the end of the day, it's another decade goes by, no franchise quarterback for the Jets. And for me, yeah, I know the whole Sanchez thing, that was supposed to be the franchise guy. That was a while ago, but for me, this was, I feel our first time for people in our age group where it's this is the franchise guy. This is it. And
a guy we believed in.
A guy we believed in. I mean, listen, I went out, I bought a jersey before I think he even played a game.
Yep.
Everyone was all in. It's just so sad. You know what? I'll word it this way. I'm not sad that he's gone. I'm sad at how it happened.
Right.
And I'm just sad that, it just didn't work out.
It didn't work out here.
It's just a really sad thing.
And you know what's funny? Now he's going to Carolina with probably the coach he should have had, and Coach Rule, Robbie Anderson, a receiver he had experience with. I mean, I'm thinking back to the first game he played against Detroit, throwing touchdowns to Robbie Anderson. I mean, this was what should have been his team here, and I hope it works out for him there. And I think he's happy. I mean, I don't know if anyone saw the video on Instagram of the party that he got thrown for him. They're going to Carolina now. He genuinely looked happy, and I'm rooting for him because that's my second favorite team now. I'm gonna root for him more than any other team besides the Jets.
You know what the funny part about that video was, and it characterizes Darnold perfectly. It's like you said, he looked so happy when he walked into the house, and he was pumping his hands up, and then all of a sudden he noticed that Palmer was recording, and then Darnold just went, oh, and then stopped, didn't celebrate, and went stone cold again, didn't show any emotion. I think That's why I loved him, man.
He's
like
happy the drama's over. New start.
He's happy the drama's over, but at the same time, I do appreciate like he's not trying to show anyone up and show it that way. So he kind of honed in his emotions a little bit and didn't go crazy. Still, by the way, sneaky waiting for a little statement from him
That's
of the time is coming. I just hope listen. He doesn't have to thank the Jets. He doesn't have to thank the organization. There's nothing really to thank them for, considering that they destroyed him and Adam Gase murdered the early career of Sam Darnold. But just a little something for the fans, because the pain that he endured, he knows that we endured as well.
Isn't it ironic how he goes from the worst situation, the worst team, never had a weapon, to possibly the best weapon in football in McCaffrey? I mean, I really hope this works out for him. And I know, and what I love, too, about the situation for him, there's no pressure on him there. He's in a tough division with the Saints, with Sean Payton, Brady, Matt Ryan, proven veteran, been to Super Bowl. He could just go and work on things there, and I really hope he surprises people and leads the Panthers. They have DJ Moore, too. They have a good team.
They have a great team.
I really hope
things
work out for him. Like I said, that's my new second favorite team behind the Jets, because I really want him to succeed, because he deserves it.
Oh,
the hell he went through here, I hope he has a great, great career there.
I think he'll be, this is my hot take, remember it, clip this, Sam Darnold, top 8 quarterback in the NFL this upcoming season.
Oh, wow.
I really think so.
You know what? He has weapons to do it.
He's got weapons.
If the O-line holds up, which it can, I really hope that's the case. And I'm rooting for him every step of the way.
Call me crazy, Carolina might have to be my go-to team this year.
Go-to?
Over the Jets.
Oh, you're crazy. Shut up, please. I can't listen to this. It's Jets Panther, not Carolina Panther, huh? We figured it out?
Pain is forever.
Oh, my God. But let's talk about this trade with the 49ers made, huh? How much did that tell you? I mean, that pretty much put the writing on the wall when they made that trade. That Douglas had his guy, and he wasn't letting go. To get a haul for Miami to get a haul like that, I mean, you know that Douglas got that call first, that same haul, and for him to say no, he knew he had his guy. He wasn't letting him go.
So you know what's funny? I thought the exact same thing as you, and I'm forgetting now. I forgot exactly who the source was. It was a verified source on Twitter. Apparently, I don't know if it was Connor Hughes. I forget who it was. Apparently, San Fran never called the Jets. They went directly to Miami. I don't know if I believe it.
I don't believe that.
But it's just, I thought it was interesting.
I don't believe that.
I thought
that might be like a Lou Lamoriello job. If you call me and we talk about this trade and someone else finds out about it, it's off the table.
I love the Lou Lamoriello reference there.
That might be what it was. I can see Douglas doing that. He's very low key in all the moves he makes.
Right.
I don't believe that for 1 second that he didn't know about that trade happening beforehand. Why wouldn't he get that call first?
He should.
Right?
He should.
I mean, don't you want to lock up the quarterback you're going to get?
Especially,
I mean, unless it was already known around the league that Wilson was going to be a Jet. That's one. I mean, maybe Douglas has been saying it, behind closed doors to other GMs that, listen, Wilson's my guy. I'm not taking any calls, which is a possibility as well.
Huge possibility, because you got to think these GMs have relationships and friendships, and people talk. And
I mean, when you saw at the pro day, you saw they were talking the whole time. Salo went, LaFleur went. It was a done deal. It was a done deal.
Right when they bring all the big guys like that too, I think everyone knows like that's what the Jets are doing.
Everyone knows the draft now starts at 3. Good luck.
Draft starts at 3.
Good luck. Whatever you want to do, what you do. And I'm reading reports that Mac Jones might go 3rd to San Fran. That could shake up the whole draft.
That's sick.
Let me tell you something. Draft day, the first night of the draft can be a fun night to watch.
Gonna be a movie.
And I want to see who the Jets take with that 23rd pick. I'm really interested in who they take there.
So interesting.
And I really hope it's a stud corner who they like, or a lineman, but they have to improve one of those positions. Any other position I'd be kind of weary of. Maybe an edge I'll take, but they really have to work on those two positions, especially offensive line, because we don't want to put Wilson in the same position we put in Darnold.
No, and that's what I loved about Joe Douglas. If you heard his press conference today, he was saying we need to surround this new quarterback with talent, and I think he's learning. I don't want to call it his mistake, maybe McCaggan's mistake, maybe both of theirs together, however you want to call it.
Or learning from the Jets' history over the last...
Yeah, exactly.
Since they started, all the mistakes they made about not surrounding their talent the right way.
Right. So I think that Douglas is making me believe.
Making it believe, man. Making it believe. And I'm excited to see where we go with this. And I'm happy that it's pretty much solidified that Wilson's going to be the guy. Unless it's wrong all of us for a curveball.
No, he's the guy. Well, did you hear a reporter today in his press conference said, Joe Douglas, reports came out that Steve Young was saying that
Who's a BYU quarterback? People forget.
yeah,
For a year.
people do forget. But Steve Young was apparently coming out saying that Joe Douglas already recruited Wilson, called his family, all that stuff. And Joe Douglas only responded by saying Steve Young has a lot of good connections within BYU and the organization. Basically saying, yeah,
Yes,
he's right.
yes,
He's right.
yes.
We recruited him already.
And I don't think James Morgan is the guy. So pretty much Wilson's the guy.
QB1 right now, though. People sleep.
Oh, the pain. Yeah, but Wilson, love it. Been saying it. That's the guy. That's the move. You know what's crazy? Now all of a sudden now, more and more people are having him on top of their rankings.
Yeah.
Zach Wilson. Oh, Zach Wilson 1, Trevor Lawrence 2. Zach Wilson 1, Trevor Lawrence 2.
Well, you know what I think that is? I think it's a combination of Sims coming out and putting him one, and then you also saying that.
Oh,
he's
of course, of course.
They're listening to you.
Kidding me?
They're following the bet.
They're all listening to Jets banter. They're all listening.
Best.
They want to know Chesko's takes. That Chesko's in. Oh no, X's and Chesko's. That's what I like to call it. Yeah,
X's
best.
and Cheskos.
Best. So yeah, Wilson's best. And yeah, I mean, I don't think Fields was the guy. I mean, Salah wasn't even at the pro day for Fields.
Yeah,
I mean, I think he also popped out a 7th kid that day.
7th kid, tremendous.
Tremendous
by him.
Trying to break whoever's record over there.
I want his life, bro.
Yeah, but I love the direction of this team. Salah, leader of men. You got your quarterback in Wilson, a guy that obviously Joe Douglas believes in, a guy he's bringing in. You know, he's not taking in someone else's quarterback. It's his quarterback, his team. He's building his team the way he wants to build it. I mean, everything's going the right direction. I hope that the season is successful. And successful doesn't mean, making the playoffs. Successful means seeing, foundation pieces. And look what Joe Judge did outside of New York. He's building a culture there. That's what the Jets need to do.
So, you know what's funny? I was talking to a buddy of mine during the day who's a Giant fan, and he asked me, and he said, what's your realistic expectation for the Jets this year? What do you want from them? And I said, oddly enough, I want them to do this year what the Giants did last year, where you're no longer the opposing team doesn't circle the Jets on the calendar and say, like, oh, that's an easy win. I just want them to be competitive. I want them to be in one-possession games. I don't want them to be a laughing stock. I just want them to be a respected team in the league that is not laughed at anymore. The culture is going the right way, and they just become a legit organization. I don't need them to win 8 games, 6 games, whatever it is. Competitive and respected in the league. That's my hope.
And Douglas is doing that.
Yeah.
He's definitely doing that. He's making all the steps towards that, and I think, this could be the season for us.
Can I ask you a random question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think, so Joe Douglas has traded away Leonard Williams, Jamal Adams, Sam Darnold. Do you think, and I think he was right in every single one of those trades, but if you're a player in the NFL, are you a little scared of Joe Douglas in a sense where, hey, you're not seen as a person, you're seen as like, a pawn in a game, and you're just a piece of a team where he doesn't have a connection, relationship with, and if he, like, think about it, if he trades away Darnold, Jamal Adams, Leonard Williams, why can't he trade me? Like, does that scare you from going to the Jets, or scare you of Joe Douglas a little bit?
No, because none of those guys were Joe Douglas's guys.
True, that's true.
Everyone knows when a good GM comes in, he's gonna bring in his guys. Same thing with a coach. You're gonna bring in your guys who you believe in, who you draft, you sign. Sometimes the pieces that fit for one GM don't fit for you, and there's a reason why those GMs or coaches got fired.
Right.
Their system didn't work, and all these guys come from places where they've seen and they've learned and they see what works and what doesn't work. And Douglas has come from some good organizations like the Ravens and the Eagles who've won championships, build the teams the right way. He knows what he's doing. So I don't think that for 1 second that free agents are going to be scared to come here, or rookies. I mean, maybe the organization as a whole has messed up a lot, and that could be one thing.
Sure.
But I think that's just a dumb way of looking at it, because it's obviously Joe Douglas' show here, and everyone has seen what he's done.
Fair.
And I don't think that's going to be that relevant.
Yeah, no, that's
I hope
fair.
it's not, at least.
And hey, listen, I'll say this: with the moves Joe Douglas is making, the rest of his potential future GM career in the NFL is on the line.
Oh,
it's all in on Zach Wilson. If Zach Wilson succeeds,
this is his one chance.
This is it.
And I think that's the right guy to do it on, if you ask me.
Oh, for sure.
So yeah, so now I want to see what they do at 23. What do you think they're gonna do at 23? Attack the all-line.
I would,
and 34 too.
What I think they're gonna do, and what I hope they do, O-line.
O-line.
I mean, yeah, would it be nice to make a flashy pick here, do something there? Joe Douglas O-line. And the fact that he did not address the O-line in free agency as much as he should have
Right.
leads me to think they will address it in the first round.
Yeah, I hope so. And, I was so dead set on an offensive lineman being that pick. And the more I think about it, the more I'm like, maybe just get a stud corner there. Maybe get a Greg Newsome II, whose stock is skyrocketing, or J.C. Horn. Get a guy, and then 34 you attack the O-line. You get a guy like, Creed Humphreys, White Davis. A guy I love, it's creeping up my rankings, Tevin Jenkins, the tackle. I seen, Elijah Vera Tucker falling on some drafts, but I don't see him many. There's a lot of guys there who they could take. But I really like this kid Newsome. I think he's a good corner. He's all town the world, speedster. I'm interested to see what they do here. And I want, I'm torn. I'm really torn. Maybe the pick is the O-line, but I hope now actually more than anything it's a corner.
Well, so that's fair. If they do corner with that pick, then you need to go O-line after.
I'm expecting
which I'm
him.
fine with.
I'm expecting him to draft like 3 offensive linemen. in this
Yeah,
draft.
and listen, I'll say that it's not like the O-line it's not great at all by any stretch of the imagination. But I actually would make
in 4 question marks, pretty much.
And what's scary is I might even make the argument that the cornerback room is worse than our O-line.
Right.
So,
right.
that's why I'm saying if you do corner or you do O-line, I'm happy. You need to address both of those very early, at late first, early second.
And I hope they will, and I think they will too. I think it's going to be. I'm really interested more than anything. I think the draft's going to shape everything throughout for the season because we have so many picks, and I just want to hit on half.
Right.
Hit on
That's
half
all you need
of
to
your
do.
picks.
That's all you need to do.
You don't have to hit on all of them. Hit on half. Show me you're making the right moves in the right spots. I mean, that's all I want to see. Maybe draft a linebacker you believe in the 3rd round.
They need linebacker too.
We need a lot of we need linebacker depth. I don't think they believe in Jared Davis signing him to a 1-year deal. A lot of guys who are make or break 1-year deals for this team. So this team is far from complete. LaMarcus Joyner's in a 1-year deal. We have a lot of holes to fill a lot of holes past this year to fill.
And that's the beauty of racking up all of that draft capital, to your point, where it's like if you hit half of them and you have 7 picks, you hit on half of them and you have 10 picks, it's a hell of a lot better.
Right, and it takes 2 years, I feel like, in this league to turn a team around. You
Yeah.
can turn a team around in 2 years very easily if you hit on the right spots in the draft and free agency. I think his goal is 2022. I think Joe Douglas' goal in Salah is 2022. That's the year they plan to take that next step.
And you know what I really like about this entire situation with the Jets also right now is the fact that you trade away Darnold and the fact that Douglas was able to get his coach and that they're doing all of this the right way. It seems to me that for the first time in a long time, Jets ownership and general manager are on the same page where hopefully they understand, hey, we're not going to rush this. It's not going to be a 1-year fix where we're just going to spend a ton of money and do this. We're going to get rid of...
Like, didn't we sign Mosley and Bell?
Right.
No.
But we're going to get rid of Darnold, although that might be a riskier thing or this or that. We're going to right the ship. We're going to build a culture. We're going to do it the right way. It'll take a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years, whatever it is. It's not a quick fix. We're going to do it the right way. And it seems like everyone is on the same page.
Right. And like I said, I know a lot of people out there are mad. Jets traded Darnold. That was the guy. Believe in him. You got to understand, it would have been totally unfair to Salah to have a guy who was 1 foot in, 1 foot out going into next year. Have to sign him to that. Pick up the option for $20 million next year. What if he's bad? You can't. You got to do a fresh start. Bring in Wilson. Give him the time to develop. Let LaFleur work with him. It's the right move just to make, and I'm really happy they made it. I'm happy they did it. A month before the draft. I was saying, I think I said in the last podcast, they weren't making a move till April.
Yeah,
and they did it. So they have a few weeks to figure out what they wanted in the draft, and I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good promising season.
I'm so curious because I don't think we'll ever find out, ever, especially knowing the type of guy Joe Douglas is. I am so curious if Joe Douglas and Robert Saleh knew from the get-go, Darnold's not the guy, we're going to trade him, and Douglas was just negotiating, and that's why it took a while, or if they genuinely sat down, watched the film, and it was a tougher decision, and that's why it took so long. I am so curious.
I really think Wilson, it was in the works for a while. Yeah. I really think so. I think they wanted to, dot their I's, cross their T's.
Yeah.
But I think this is in the process for a while. I just think they wanted to wait to the last possible second. What if Wilson would have got hurt? maybe then Darnold
Yeah,
would
no,
have been the best guy.
of course.
Or if Fields would have got hurt, or something, something comes up, an offer that they weren't expecting, maybe 5 first rounders. I mean, how can you turn that down? So who knows what was going on behind the scenes? But that's what I get behind it. I don't know. We'll see. Also, I found it very interesting how Douglas basically said today that if it wasn't the number 2 pick, if they had any other pick after that, it was going to be Sam Darnold running with his team into 2021. So it was either Zach Wilson or bust, pretty much, or go back to what we had before, and I guess pick the next best available player. That was pretty, transparent of Douglas to say that. And I also found it very interesting how Wilson went from minus 305 a week ago to going number 2 to minus 1,000 today after this trade. So it's basically lock. Wilson's the guy. We said it. We believe it.
Minus 1,000?
Minus 1,000.
Oh.
It was plus 120 on February 16th, Frank.
We should have hammered it.
Yes, that's your fault for not telling me that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was the move. Easy money, free money, and we lost it. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that pisses me off a little bit, considering the fact that you said initially Zach Wilson was the guy. We should have went with your gut.
I know.
Oh, man.
I had it right from the jump.
So not only does that piss me off, I'm going to go off the cuff right here, by the way, because an unplanned what's pissing me off segment right now, by the way. I'm at work, right, and I'm on Twitter, and the Sam Darnold stuff breaks, and listen, like I said, initially I was sad,
right,
for an hour. Guys, Sam's gone. No more Twitter tribute videos. No more praising him for that. What has he done for us? All right? I get it. He had a shitty hand, and it's not his fault. But enough, guys. We're on to bigger and better. Enough. Sam, I wish you the best of luck. You're an amazing person. I think you're going to do awesome. But enough, guys. Enough of the Sam Darnold. I'm done with the Detroit game. 3 years ago, what'd that do for me?
So basically, what Frank is trying to tell you all is he's over it.
Yeah, just grow up, everyone.
Yeah, and also please follow us on Twitter, Facebook.
Please, guys.
Go follow us everywhere. All social media, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Listen to all the podcasts. Yeah, even though we're attacking you down your throats, but please go follow us and subscribe.
I attack out of love.
Yeah.
At Jets Banter.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys hear all the love in his voice right now.
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, at Jets Banter. But seriously, though, guys, on a serious note, thank you all for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed this episode, but it's getting a little late now, and I'm getting a little hungry, so let's go get a goddamn snack.